Uh-oh.
My brother's back. Tell me something slick and make it stick. Yes, sir. I am back for another exciting episode of Cigar Chats with Mac. And I know I got company with me today. I'm doing another super dope interview. Now, the gentleman to the left, you know him. You've heard me talk about him, Mr. from the Molden Hearts, Mr. Brandon Holland. But we ain't really here to talk per se only about him. We're here to talk about the lovely Kendra Fletcher-Pettway from the new reality show coming up soon, More Than Hair, Huntsville.
Hey, y'all.
Welcome to the show, y'all. Welcome to the show. Kendra, we were talking backstage a little bit. Let the folk know, I'm gonna get they familiar with Brandon. If you know me,
Okay.
you know Brandon.
Yeah, of course. Everybody knows Brandon.
All right, yeah, everybody.
Everybody knows the superstar.
I mean, he just won 4-5 goddamn awards this year.
Exactly.
Who's count? Kids, who count? I mean, every time I look up, there's another goddamn trophy. Anyway, and he deserves every one of it.
He really does. He works so hard. He deserves every last one. I vouch for that.
Thank you, Leah. He's gonna get another one next year though. He got this movie. He's part of this movie coming out called Cinderella. My bad. You know what? Let me.
She know Joanne. She know Joanne.
Yeah, I did business with Joanne. I've been doing business with Joanne for years.
Yeah. I just see his first movie with Joanne.
Yeah.
That movie about to be dope. Anyway, I digress. This ain't about my ass. Kendra, talk to the people. Tell them about you. Where you from?
I am from, hey y'all, first off, my name is Kendra, which he said that, but most people from Huntsville know me as Miss B. I am from Huntsville, Alabama. I am a business owner. I have a clothing store here in Huntsville, Alabama, and it's called Girl Code Fashion and Accessories. I have an entertainment business that I started up, which is Miss B Entertainment. And I also started my podcast back in January of this year. And it's titled Queen Talk Podcast. So pretty much all over the board, I do a lot. I have promoted some of the biggest celebrities that you can think of. I've been in the business for over 10, going on 15 years. So, a few Boosie, Trina, the Migos, some big names I've done. So yeah, it's a blessing to just be able to, say that I have many things on my belt and I wear many hats. So nice to meet everyone.
Okay, we appreciate that answer. Let's take it back. Let's get all the way back. And Cigar Chats with Matt, we never just start with obviously the finished product. I like to take people the journey. Because folks forget that there's always a journey to get to where you at.
Yes.
Let's talk about what was it like growing up in Huntsville early on for you?
Growing up, I feel like I really got a chance to be a kid for one. Because our generation, it was just like we didn't have much of technology. We didn't have all that type of stuff. So growing up, playing outside, wandering the neighborhoods with your friends, knocking on their door, spending the night. I really, enjoyed my times as being a kid. Now, when I started getting into my upper years of grade school, I got into cheering, I got into dancing. I made a record at Butler High. I was the youngest person to ever be captain. At my high school on dance team. So I was captain all the way up from sophomore to my senior year. So that was like a blessing that I didn't really expect. Did I have a perfect childhood? No. I was always I was fighting a lot. But it wasn't that I was not the one that started any drama. It was always I just had the mentality, if you pick with me, you had a problem, I'm going to handle you. So that was my attitude back then. So, it wasn't all just peaches and creams. I've had my times where I've had some highs and I've had some lows. So, but overall, me coming up in Huntsville, I've set a lot of trademarks. A lot of people know me here from the things I've done, homecoming queen every year, that type of stuff, which I didn't ask for.
You earned, they get the folks.
I never asked to be homecoming queen every single year, but I just, it was, people was just voting me and I didn't understand because I was fighting too in the mix. So I was like, do you like me or not? you know. So, but yeah, overall, I went to Alabama State University from 2007 to like 2009 and a half. I didn't graduate from there. I ended up moving back home and I graduated here. But yeah, but I was supposed to go to A&M. I ain't gonna say I would. I was, because I was, my dream was to dance back then. Like, dancing was my heart. So I wanted to be a professional dancer. Like, I wanted to go all the way up to be a Dallas Cowboy. That's how bad it was. Like, it was really bad. But yeah, so like I said, I've had, you know, a lot of things that I've done in my life. And now that I'm older, I'm just interested in just, you know, trying new things such as reality TV, because it is new for me. You know, but I think it's gonna be a great experience. So overall, my life has been great as a child, you know, coming up as a child here in the city.
What do you think is the thing that people I would say underestimate the most about Huntsville, Alabama? What do you think out of towners, for people who don't know, that those that are ignorant? Because I know what they think about Bama overall.
You know, as far as me being in the industry for so many years, where I've had to host and promote and throw parties and book artists and all that type of stuff, I just be honest with you. Like, I feel like they think Huntsville is peon. I ain't even gonna cap. Like, I feel like people think that Huntsville is just this small little rinky-dink honky town. You know, you sitting on your porch with a hay hat, you know, that, and I feel like that's kind of what the impression of what some people that don't know about Huntsville, Alabama, you know, and they get a different feel when they come. Every time they be like, I love Huntsville. And, you know, for me, it's opposite. I feel like it's regular for me because I've been here all my life, except a few years. So, but yeah, so I just really feel like they underestimate it by the size of it. They think, you know, and anybody think Alabama, what you think? You think it's just honky town. You think it's country, and it's not necessarily that. Like, so I just feel like, you know, people got to come here to really experience it, because when you experience it one time, you're gonna be ready to move, because that's how it is. We overly full now. Like, people keep moving to Huntsville. Like, traffic is horrible. You can't go nowhere here now. Like, it's horrible. Like, so everybody is moving here. You know. Yeah, so I just feel like now it's like Huntsville is really getting a spark that it deserves. It's not like that country bumpkin town anymore. Like, it's one of the fastest growing cities in the world right now. So, you know, we definitely gonna show that too with this show. So
good. Okay, so what drew you to entertainment? Like, if you listen to a lot of your bio, it was always entertainment, dancing. It's something, you know, with the arts. You always had that passion, that flair. Was that? I mean, is it the attention that you like? Is it just the creativity?
It wasn't even necessarily the attention. It's just, as a kid, like, my mama tell you, I used to be in my room. I used to lock myself in my room, and I used to set up a camera. And I used to record myself, because see, I honestly, before the host and all that, I used to rap too. So I started out in music for real. Like, I was rapping since middle school. Like, we had like our little groups back then where we'd just get on, do talent shows and rap, get in the studio, just make songs and all that type of stuff. So it kind of started there. But I knew I had a passion for it, because it was just like songs, like, you know how songs is already out from big time artists. I used to have this notebook, and I still got my notebook from when I was a kid. I used to have this notebook, and I used to write down every word that each artist would say, like word from word. Like, and I would just recite that. I set up a camera and I record myself and act like I was them. So it was pretty much like, I always felt like, I ain't gonna lie, I always felt like I was supposed to be a star. I never felt like, you know, I always like to get on stage and be an entertainer. Like, that was just something I always liked to do. And it wasn't necessarily just the attention. It was just to see people get the excitement from me, you know, putting them in a good mood to be, you know, excited about an event or something like that. Like, I'm your crowd pleaser. I can hype you up, basically, you know. So I think it started with me when I was a kid. Like, it started at a very young age, and when I got older, it just kind of just followed me, I guess. So
Okay.
yep.
All right, and I gotta ask. Give me your top 3 rappers of all time. It don't
Oh
matter who.
Lord.
It don't matter.
Um,
Any generation, no order. We'll
any
just say
generation. Okay, any generation.
any generation. 'Cause
Okay.
since you got bars, let me hear. You a rapper.
Okay, because I finna say, I like these newer ones too, but it ain't nothing like them old school ones. They
Let me
were
give
my
you 5. Give me
inspiration.
your 5 then. Let me give you your 5.
Like, okay, so of course you cannot not mention Tupac. You can't not mention Biggie. Them like some of the biggest legends in the
Come on
game
now.
too.
Talk to him,
Female wise,
Come on.
female wise, me coming up, and I say this name because she really motivated me to become a rapper, and that was like the Mia X's and the
Big Mama.
even Remy Ma. I always like Remy Ma. Like she always been like somebody, like even though I was from the South, it was just like she was always somebody that I looked up to as a female rapper, that inspired me. But she was a up north rapper, you know what I'm saying? But she was doing a big one for years. So that out of those 4, and then I would say, let me see, who else would I say? Let me see if it's a new school one.
Give me new school. Give me your favorite new school right now. Favorite new school.
My favorite new school right now. That's hard because I like a few of them. Hold on, wait. Wait a second. Let me see.
Come on,
Who
now.
do I? And see, I was finna say a deceased one, but I ain't. He deceased.
Well, hell,
but
that's deceased Kendra now these days. So which one?
I know, but see, I was finna say like one of the rappers that I really did like too genuinely, and that's because I hosted him twice, like physically, and that was Young Dolph. Like, people had got the perspective of him being just like this hood type of, but in person, he was just like, I'm talking about the most genuine person you will ever meet in your life. Like, and like I said, it's just one of those things, like when they pass away, it's like it kind of hurt because it's like, dang, like I actually worked with him twice,
Yeah.
Like, and you actually, then, and every celebrity that I do deal with, I do technically network with them. Like, it's contacts I still got on my phone with them. So it's like some of them we keep a steady grown relationship, and then some we just, if they come to Huntsville, they may send a text or something, and it'll just be that. So yeah, but I ain't even gonna lie, like out of them 5, I truly do feel like they are all inspiring, but I won't say that those are the only ones. Those are just the 5 that I can name at the top of my head. Like,
top of the head. She didn't know, so no disrespect to no other rapper.
No disrespect to nobody. Like, I love a lot of artists from past to current, but I can't name all of them. He gave me 5.
I only gave him 5 slots. I ain't give it 10, y'all. That was on me.
He gave me 5.
I gave him 5. All right.
Yeah.
So let's kind of get current now. Let's talk. Tell me a little bit about how do we get to More Than Hair? How do we get here? Like, kind of bring this full circle. Let me kind of transition to Brandon on this one, if you don't mind, Kate.
Okay. Yeah. Fine. Sure.
Please, the mastermind, the visionary. I always call him the true genius. He sees shit before anybody else can see it. How do we get here, B? How the hell did we get here? How did we get to More Than Hair? And how did your ass get a part of this? Because you're always a part of something.
So, Mac, first of all, my roots in the industry started in Huntsville. And a lot of people don't know that. I didn't start in Atlanta. I started in Huntsville. I started in Huntsville doing plays years ago. And just off record, I don't even know how much I can actually talk about. But the show Love and Marriage Huntsville, I actually was a part of that when they got started. I helped them build that concept, but nobody knows. So, and I've not publicly spoken about it. So I've been in this world for a minute. So these ladies, I met Ashley. Ashley's the show creator, Ashley Lanier. She reached out to me on Instagram, and she did not know me. She didn't know I had any history in reality. She just saw me on social media, and she was just like, I don't know, if you really do reality TV. She said, but I'm just interested. I have these girls who, she said, I have a salon. My partner is Kendra, and we have a group of friends, and they all they popping in the city. I got Kendra, Like she's a host, she's popping. My husband Willie, he's a promoter. My girl TT, she's a caterer, and she told me about all the girls, and I was just like, oh, well, this is right in my alley. And me and Ashley, and so we started to develop this concept, and we started this about 4 years ago, Mac, and that's what people don't know. It takes a while to really get here. 4 years ago, we started this, and I met with them first. It was just a general conversation. Then the second time, it was a year later. I was like, I want to shoot a sizzle with y'all. I shot with French, Spencer, and Mimi. They were some producers in Atlanta. They was just like, oh yeah, we got you, Brandon. So we put together a sizzle. We went and shopped it, and we went to all these conferences. We spoke with We and BET and all these places. They was just talking about how beautiful they are and all the things. And when it just came down to it, it's a thing where we just decided this year to move forward independently. Wow. And so once we just made the step, like God did the rest in one of those situations. I'm not gonna get into like fancy cliches, but that's really what happened. I was encouraging Ashley. I was just like, Ashley, I was like, forget that. Let's just do this shit on our own. And so we did. We started filming. We had made another connection, which is where we had intended to go initially. And then after that, I reached out to a relationship that I had at Remy Network, and they were just launching right on Thanksgiving. So it was Thanksgiving, and I reached out, and I was just like, let me just reach out to them and just see if they interested in this show. And I reached out on Thanksgiving. They was like, hell yeah, we want this show.
This
Thanksgiving,
this Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We filmed in October. We filmed and wrapped in October, the first half of the season. And the next month, we had signed a deal, and now we're on Remy Network. So it literally just happened. So it's just about being consistent in this case, for sure. But this is a dream of Ashley's for a long time, even before she met me. And so, she brought me aboard. It was just like, and I was like, I can help you. And it's been a process. And the girls, for the most part, they all, they got kind of weary with the whole process. Like, this shit ain't gonna never happen. But
and I never did that to him though. Because even if I think I was literally the only one that did not just feel like it wasn't gonna happen, because I'm a manifester. I know things is not gonna happen overnight, especially not no reality TV show. And that's why every time Brandon would contact me, I'm like, look, I ain't going nowhere.
Come on.
And listen, because every time I call her, I'd be like, hey, Kendra. I was like, I don't know when it's going to happen. I was like, but it's going to happen. I was like, but I'm not doing the show without you. I told her I was prepared to come and sleep at her husband's yard.
He did. He said, I'm going to pull up and I'm going to sleep outside your house if you don't do it. I said, I'm not going to go anywhere, Brandon. Don't worry about me. Worry about the other ones.
Hey. I had to go back and get the girls. I was like, look, it's time. It's time. Let's go. But they were all So we had like a really great group. We only had one girl that didn't come back initially. And so I think that, hopefully in the future, she'll consider coming back, because I feel like she's connected to this group still. But it's a great, great concept. It's a great show.
So what do you think? Thank you, B, for that overview, man. And that, first of all, that's a testament to your faith and to just being the person you are. When these opportunities find you, it's not by chance, because you give people opportunities. So opportunities going to find you. It's just how God set it up. So you only getting back what you put out. Truly, you get back what you're putting out with that. So that's no surprise to me. What do you think, Kendra, is going to be one of the biggest things that surprise people about the show from just watching, in your opinion?
The unexpected drama. Because I feel like, I just feel like, like the city know half of the people on this show. They really know us, so it's just like, they've seen pretty much how far we've came, from the, just trying to come up, and we all still on the verge of trying to come up and be the best we can be. That's so right. I just feel like, that's what I was telling you when we was, backstage. It was just like, unexpected dramas may happen. And depending on what person it is that drama is coming from, I feel like they'll be like, I wasn't expecting that from her. You know what I mean? Like, or him, because it's just like they see your growth and how you used to be to like how you are now. And see, that's kind of with me too. Even like, and I'm not saying, like I told you, I'm not saying drama won't find me. But one thing about it, I stand 10 on what I say and do. So it's never gonna be a thing where, you know, I'm a run from reality. You see what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things, like, you know, I just feel like, you know, yeah, the drama. Because like I said, the show is not even all about drama, but because, you know, the point is like we may get into it, but the idea of it is to just come together and try to see if we can work things out and move forward as far as like being successful Black, you know, business women, you know, trying to make things shake. So we don't know. We don't know what's gonna happen at this point, you know, because when we film is anything goes. You don't know. Like, you know, it could go smooth or it could be raw and uncut. So I think it's gonna be shocking to everybody, and especially because, like I said, we are known. So if some things transpire, it's like they be like, I didn't expect her to be like that, you know. Yeah. So
So Kendra, that's what you was talking about back when we were back. Yeah. You was trying to let me know when you was like, "Nah, Mac, I ain't trying to go back to my old way." You talking about your old ass whooping ways, your old ass whooping ways. Okay, I hope don't y'all make Kendra get the fight now. Don't take her back there.
And see, the thing is with me, that's not my plan to, but you know, like, and I've grown so much, like it take a lot to make me mad. Like it takes so much. Back then I was a firecracker. Any little thing you could look at me wrong and I'm going full force. You see what I'm saying? But now it's like when I have built so much in my life and in my career, it's like I know I have stuff to lose now. So I can't move the way I did when I was in high school, or, you know, a little after college and stuff like that. I can't move like that, you know, so it's just like I have to be considerate about my actions. But
come on, but
that don't mean I won't get down. You know what I'm saying? And I think everybody on this show know that if they really know me from back then, they know I got down. And I don't mind if I feel like I'm just overly disrespected, or you in my personal space, or you in my face, or you pointing at me and stuff like that, and you know, you degrading me and you're just making me feel like I'm low when I'm not, then yeah, we gonna have a problem. You see what I'm saying? So, because I'm not backing down. That's one thing I don't do about anything. Now, it takes a lot now. I can, as a grown woman, I can be like, you know what, I ain't doing this today. But, you know, if you take that first step to act like you want to try to put your hands on me.
Wait.
Okay, yeah, I go back. I'm gonna go back to the girl from years ago. You know.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just because I'm big on respect. It's not necessarily I just want to fight and I'm coming on this show to do that, because no, like I'm a grown woman. I have multiple businesses. I'm not trying to be out here looking like a fool. So, but you're not gonna disrespect me though. That's what I'm big on. Respect is the number one thing for me. Just respect me. And we can talk it out and we can move forward. And if we want to be friends, we can try to make this work. And if not, you go your way and I go mine. It's simple.
No, because that resonate with me. Because, you know, I grew up having to fight because I was light skinned. You know, niggas stay light skinned.
Yeah.
God damn it, come on. It ain't sweet today. It ain't gonna be sweet today, y'all. It gonna be sweet today.
I feel outnumbered on this light skinned conversation.
This shit gonna be sour grape for him.
I feel like it was both colors too. You know, I feel like that was just a thing with Black people. Like, because if somebody called somebody back in the day, I just remember if somebody called you, oh, you just too black, you too dark skinned. Like, that was like an insult. But then you know, the lighter complected people went through that too, because they would think you closer to being white, you ain't black. So it's just like it's like I think we all experience the same thing, you know, with it. So I get that.
Well, you crazy. B, let me ask you this. What's the thing you enjoyed the most about working with Kendra? And I know you enjoy working with all ladies. I'm not trying to make it like that, because I don't want nobody to be like, but damn, Brandon, you went you. Ladies, I ain't talking about y'all ass. I'm talking about Kendra.
Because they still watching.
I asked the question. Brandon did not say that. What do you enjoy the most about working with Kendra? This is a Mac question. Carry on, Brandon.
So I think Kendra, what makes her different from the other ladies is, and I say this in second because I love all the ladies. They're all growing into their brand. Kendra has a little bit more experience than some of the ladies. And she's one of the stars that just align. Like I don't have to push, pump, prime. She know how to do it. She just fall into it. So it just comes natural for her. She has it. That makes my job easy. There's a few of them that makes my job easy. And so I enjoyed that. She always brings this positive energy and personality to the group and this level of professionalism. She's always on time. She always shows up with her hair done, her makeup. She never misses a beat. And that's the kind of girl who deserves to be in the spotlight. Every girl don't have that. And, and I'm going to have hard conversations with some of the girls. They won't move forward because if they don't follow the motto, and the motto is you got to show up you got to be on point in your brand, in your business, in your looks, in your hair, your makeup. Like it's just a part of this industry. There is no way that we can be marketable and that we can compete with the other things that are out here in this industry because there's a lot of reality TV unless we are a step above the rest. And we're from Alabama. They always country. We're not intelligent. We don't articulate whatever, all the things that come with it. Even though these girls are all educated, they're all business owners, they all have their own level of fame, all level of wealth, but it's just a standard that comes with it. And Kendra gets it. I never have to have this conversation with her. So I love working with her for that reason.
That's my dog.
And I asked the question again, ladies. Brandon said he liked all y'all asses, so get in your feels. Let me ask you this. I'm free. I know how ladies.
Thank you, Matt, because don't get me in trouble now.
Don't get in trouble. He's just stating his true honesty, and that's okay. Everybody can be, because I feel like Brandon would say something good about every girl on this show because, like he said, every girl on this show brings something to the table. Like, we just all different in our own ways. Like I've been extra all my life. People that knew me, they knew I've always been an extra person. I ain't going nowhere with no bonnet on. You not finna catch me nowhere looking no kind of way or out of shape. I just don't play that. My mama and my dad didn't play that. So they raised me to always look like something before you left the house. Like, you can't be going out there looking like that because as soon as you step out that door, they judging you. You know what I'm saying? And that's the truth. Like, even when you go to a job interview, you got kids now coming to job interview with slides on, sweatpants, bonnets. Like, they have no type of etiquette at all. And I don't understand that. I never get that. But like I said, it starts from home. So you can't really judge them. I just feel like it started at home. But yeah.
And that's a good point. Thank you for saying that. But and because Brandon, like you said, to his credit, he made it a point he said, "Hey Mac, I want to get all my girls exposure." He didn't just highlight one. He said, "I want to get all my exposure." So
he always keep us equal. Yeah, he does.
Mac, I want to get all my girls exposed. I said, "Well, hey man, for you guys, we're gonna get it done. Don't even worry about that." So let me Kendra back on you.
Okay.
Let's talk about reality TV. Let me tell you something. Between reality TV and movies, people always ask, Mac, what would you rather do? Give me a damn movie. And let me tell you why. Give me a script. What you want this motherfucker to say? I can go do that. Kendra, I can go prepare for that. Like, Brandon sent me a script. Hey, Mac, I need you to play this gangster. Oh, shit, I can play that. The hard part is when you talk about reality TV show and nigga, you playing Mac. Like, now you would think it would be easy.
Yeah.
Because it's like, all right, and action, what you want me to say? What you want me to say, girl?
Yeah.
You gotta literally make up conversation. So I remember, and which is not a problem, but it's almost forced. And I gotta figure out what to say. At least you, Kendra, when you did it, them girls.
Yeah.
The dating reality show, I ain't know home girl, nothing about her. So I gotta figure out what to say to this chick. And talking to these niggas, I don't really want to talk to their ass. Give me a movie script any day over reality is no joke. So let me ask you this, Kendra. What was, I know the difficult with, I know you had moments with the girls and all that, but what's the hardest part you would say? I know you a star like that, but if you say about reality TV, like what's the part people don't, they think that shit easier than it really is. What would you say the moment that would make people be like, quit?
I don't know. I think, and see, that's the thing. It's like Brenda was saying, it's either you just got it or you don't. You know what I'm saying? But I really do feel like, and I say this all the time because it is true, like you have to be, with reality TV, how you are off camera, you got to be like that when you on camera. 100%. Because it ain't and see, that's how I am. Like when that camera turn on, like I'm so used to being in them, like I'm naturally myself. I ain't putting on, I ain't changing my attitude. I'm not trying to act like I'm switching up. I'm not being nobody I'm not. So when I'm on camera, I'm being naturally who I am. Now, some situations, just with reality TV, when you, like you said, when you start a conversation with somebody like you don't know or something like that, like you do have to kind of think about, well, how am I going to start this? Like, how am I going to, start this conversation? Not necessarily saying that the conversation is fake, because all reality TV, well, this show, our show is real. But it's just like, you have to kind of figure out ways how to jump in.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily like one of those things where you just like, okay, I know what to say. No, it's still up here. You still have to make it come out right to make it still sound like your actual self. Like you're not reading a script. You get what I'm saying? Because it can be real scripty if you coming on camera and be like, okay, well, we know we had to set this conversation up. We know we filming at this time and place a day, but you still got to make it your own. That's just like if somebody give you a movie script. You ain't necessarily reading it the exact same way on the script. You got to create this imaginary character and you have to make it your own. So it's like the idea of it is just basically just show up as you. Like that's the easiest way I can really explain it. Like just be yourself. Don't be like some of these girls that do reality TV and then they end up being somebody totally different. And then when that camera shut off, they going back to who they really are.
Yeah.
No, I don't believe in that. Like you got to show up as you. You know what I'm saying? But like it's not as hard as you think it is. You just have to don't think about it. Just act like what I do personally. I personally try to just act like the camera ain't even there. I try to just minus out the camera. Like the camera don't exist. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna just act like I'm just in this little cul-de-sac with this one person, and I'm just me and this person are the only people in this room. I ain't looking at the camera.
Okay.
Act like they ain't there. Act like the directors, act like the producers, and the EPs, act like ain't nobody over there. Because in this moment, they exist, but they don't, because you have to create this scene and make it real. That's reality TV, So yeah, that's just kind of how I would kind of explain it.
No, that was good, because that make a lot of sense. Like you said, I mean, you got to be real. Who you are on camera, you got to bring your real self to that.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was able to do that. My whole thing was I just was like, you forced me to talk to a bunch of people I don't want to talk to, but all a part of the reality TV. That was it for me. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
you're right. I feel like I see your point, though. I get what you're saying. Like you would take a movie over reality TV, because reality TV is your life. A movie that ain't even your life for real. That's not real for real. That's like you just pretending to be somebody else. Like reality TV is you. Yeah.
Thank you. You do that reality TV, they think that's like so, and they really be thinking like, I mean, they really get into your personal life.
They do. They would try to.
That experience changed me. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I think these movies is gonna be my pathway. I like, because I can play this character and cut that shit off and next.
Yeah.
The next character. All right. So tell me a little bit about the premiere, guys. We're coming up on our time. Let's give the people some information about it, B. Let's talk about the premiere, where you can watch it, and all of that good stuff, man.
Okay. So definitely download the Remy app.
Okay.
It's the Remy Network app. The app is free. They are branding. I don't want to just say Black-owned content, but mostly Black-owned content, Black creators, offering a platform for Black creators like myself and you guys who are filmmakers. Obviously, we are their first reality unscripted TV series on the network, so that's super exciting. And hopefully, I'll be definitely in conversation with them about developing more reality content for them in the near future. But download the Remy app, the Remy Network app, and you can also go to RemyNetwork.com. Both are free. The show launches on Thursday, January the 1st, 2026. And we are having a private screening, but it's just that it's a private screening. And
You heard him private.
You heard that right? Hey, I heard that. Private to the motherfucker. That means all you niggas can't come. Private.
It's a private screening just for the girls and their friends and family. And but it's public to the network is public to all of you guys. Please, by all means, watch, share, comment, support. Let us know who your favorite characters are. Follow our Instagram page at More Than Hair HSV. And of course, we look forward to having a great season. We're gonna have about 10 episodes total. So we have 8 episodes. It'll be a 2-part reunion. And I'm super excited about it. And the show's gonna air every 2 weeks on Remy Network.
Oh man, that's dope, man. That's dope.
And you better watch it.
I'm on now, and I gotta see who gonna make Kendra snap. I'm like, man, don't y'all bring the old Kendra.
I got an idea, but I'll just tell you to watch the show.
Hey, B, I'm gonna be looking like don't
just
y'all
watch the show.
Back now.
Y'all been watching it just to see me mad.
You got to hit that. She do one of these.
Hey, Mac, I ain't gonna tell you the show, but one scene.
Yeah, you see.
She looking pretty in her makeup and stuff on. The next thing I know, she said, I can't hold this shit no more. And she just pop off. She just get the party started. I'm like, what?
Hey,
what in the world?
Is that gonna be episode 1? Goddamn.
No.
You gotta watch. Listen, Kendra
no.
She just crank it all the way up. She said, but you know what? Don't worry about it. I'm gonna crank it up.
I was irritated.
The whole party started. She kicked off the whole thing.
I knew it. I knew Kendra cut up on somebody's ass. I know it.
She got the whole party started.
I was irritated. She irritated me, so I had to handle it. But it wasn't even nothing like that. You'll see. I ain't gonna tell you nothing. You gotta watch it.
For sure. And I definitely want you guys to come back. You're a friend of the show. Once you're a friend, your family now. So come back whenever you want to promote anything.
For sure.
TV. What is it? Give the people your handle or where they can follow you at. Of course, I'm gonna put it, in the description later. But give the people your handle so they can follow you and promote your shit. Anything you got coming up, promote all your shit again. Whatever you got, drop it out right now. Tell us.
Cool. Okay. So on Instagram, you can follow me at Miss B256. On Facebook, it's Kendra Barbie Fletcher-Pettway. TikTok, Miss B the Barbie. Snapchat, Miss B the Barbie. So it's very simple. Just follow me. I do have a lot of things coming up for 2026. I'll just tell you, I'm not going to give you any details, but I will be starring in a movie in March. So that's something to look forward to. I have a big event that's coming up July 4th. It's like a huge R&B soul fest that takes place here in the city every year, but it's huge. So I got booked for that. But like I said, in between, the way my life is, things just come up. And, I go with the flow because it's like I might get a call, somebody will book me, then I get another call, and then it's another date. But sometimes it's just like so sporadic to the point I can't really say the actual dates. But I will say those two. Because those are already solidified, you know what I'm saying? So those are some big things that I am looking forward to for 2026. And of course, this reality show, More Than Huntsville Hair. Y'all got to More Than Hair Huntsville. y'all have to tune into this because, like I said, we have a lot we are bringing to the table. And it, like I told you, Mac, it's not about just the drama and the fighting. It's just about seeing true Black successful business owners as women coming together, you know, trying to make things work the best way possible. And just we all on the come up. It's time to get a real bag. You know, everybody want to be a millionaire. That's the goal of life. So you know, it's just, you know, it's just gonna be a good show. We gonna give y'all a lot of entertainment, and it's definitely something that you do not want to miss. So make sure you put that premiere date in your calendar. You too.
I'm gonna watch it. I told him watch it to see you slap.
January 1st.
I'm gonna watch it.
8 o'clock. I'm giving you a time.
You said what?
8 p.m. January 1st.
8 p.m. January 1st. I'm gonna watch
Remy Network. If you don't got the app, go download. This ain't just to you. This is for everybody.
I'm gonna download it right now. Hold on. I'll do it right now. Cause I know me.
Okay.
Well, I'm doing it right now. I'm gonna do it while y'all on the air.
Good.
I got a funny feeling I might get a message.
And Brandon, tell him turn his notifications on.
Okay. For more
the
than
Remy,
that,
you said Remy.
all the clicks. Okay.
Remy Network.
You said what?
I need all the clicks. That's how I'm gonna book you for your next gig.
This motherfucker. Okay. Now hold on now.
Right.
Y'all can see it. Remy Network. I'm downloading. Yeah. Hey, I want all
there
my
you go. There you go. Good job.
Hey, B, anything you got coming up outside of this you want to let people know before we get out of here?
Yeah. So of course, More Than Hair Huntsville is launching on January 1st. Cinderella is launching at the top of the year, starring the Big Mac. I am getting ready to direct a film, Ladybug. I'm excited about that. I am also I'm gonna wait before I tell that, but I may have some other projects that are gonna be coming to Remy Network as well. I am just waiting on confirmation of that right now. Some films, and so I'm looking forward to that. And just make sure you guys check out all the things that I already have. The Junkies, it's already streaming on some platforms. The Vegan Virgin is also streaming as well. And For the Love of Music, it's on YouTube right now, a pilot that we shot, but we are getting ready to turn that into a series or a feature at the top of the year. And so I may be casting soon as well for a new movie about soul ties, which is probably be filming in February. Okay.
I'm doing it. No, I'm just playing.
Well, I just want to tell both of y'all, Alabama, natives. I'm very proud of y'all, man. B, you already know I have the utmost respect and appreciation. You one of the most genuine people I've ever met. Kendra, it's a pleasure to meet you. I know you genuine too. Off the gate, I knew you was genuine. We was talking backstage, so I'm already knowing everything y'all gonna do is gonna be a success, man. It's gonna be blessed. I'm gonna be supporting, and again, I want all my supporters go follow these great folks. You will see me again with Brandon in something soon. I got a feeling 2026 is gonna be a year of some epic shit. All right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
All right, y'all. God bless. We out.
Thanks,
bye.
man.